Hi YouTube. Okay. Um I'm going to start doing the next few videos, or however many videos will be part of something called the State of Love series, where I'm basically just going to talk about different, I don't know, just different things that I think are going on as far as love and relationships and maybe even sex are concerned, and just my opinion on those things and just how those things are, whatever, basically the state of love these days. And the first one that I want to start on, this one's going to be about polygamy versus monogamy and all the other types of things that go into that. I just finished watching the season finale of Sister Wives on TLC. If you don't know what that is, it is basically a show about this man named Cody who has three wives. They are polygamous, and that's basically when the man has multiple wives. And the wives all live with him. He's had three wives for 16 years, and he has 13 children from all three of the wives. And it's just basically about their life and how they live. And also, in the as you get into a couple of episodes, he lets his wives know that he wants to introduce a fourth wife into the mix named Robin. And Robin already has three kids, so now it's going to be four wives with 16 kids. So yeah, it's an interesting show, and you watch their struggles and everything like that. I think it is beautiful how the women have such a bond with each other, but at the same time, the issues that they have, it's completely normal, but it's like almost like they're apologetic for it. I guess because in that situation, you can't really think about yourself really that much. You have to be very, what's the word, selfless. I mean, you're sharing a man, for goodness sake. You have to be pretty selfless to do that, I would think. But, yeah, and my personal opinion on polygamy is that it's not how things were meant to be. I don't think that, I'm a religious, spiritual person, whatever you want to call it. And I just don't think that that's how God, intended for relationships to be like. That's my personal opinion. They have theirs and I respect it, and I have mine, and this is mine. I just don't think that's how God intended it, and I believe that God sets things up the way He does to save us from a lot of heartache and pain and troubles. And as you can see, these women, they suffer a lot from jealousy with each other, and not only that, but like some of the issues, like they were kind of like, the new wife coming in, Robin, was having a pretty big wedding thing, a wedding reception that the other wives didn't have, and it probably bothered some of the other wives. And not only that, some of the wives got mad because before she officially became his wife, they kissed, and it's just so many issues. I think the fact that this man like is spreading himself not only between four women, but now 16 children. He's one man. There's not enough man to go around. And I think in a marriage, in order for people to completely bond and become as one, that they have to be in an environment where they can actually do that. It's hard to completely bond with someone, to completely become one with someone, when that person is having the same type of bond with three other women. It's just really too much, I think. It works for them, and that's great. That's wonderful. It just does. I don't think it would work for me. I just don't think it's the way relationships were meant to be. I think that's why there's, kind of so many issues that lie under the surface in that marriage, relationship, whatever. Um, I think that as far as polygamy goes, it's definitely a double standard, because the women are not really allowed to have other men, other husbands, other boyfriends. It's just the man who has as many women as he wants. And one of the wives in the show, she on their 20th anniversary, because they went out on a date for their 20th anniversary. She was the first wife, and she's been there the longest. And she and her husband, they went out and they were just talking. And she presented this to him, like, what if I had another man? What if I had another husband? And he just went off talking about the vulgarity of it and that it's against man, God. I guess that it's against God and nature. And he just can't. He just doesn't even want to imagine it. It's just wrong on so many levels. And I found it so hypocritical because he has 3 other women at home that he has sex with, that cook and clean for him, that he has children by, and he's mad, and that idea bothers him. I don't know. It's just a very hypocritical double standard that goes on there. Though, in the polygamous little thing, I guess it's more maybe modern polygamy. I'm not too educated on this, so bear with me. But there are some women, it's rare, but they might have, multiple husbands, or they might just have multiple boyfriends or stuff like that, or boyfriends and girlfriends, depending on whatever. But in general, I just think that with polygamy, it doesn't allow people to connect as well. It's almost kind of selfish on the man's part. And I think that it causes a lot of jealousy. It's hard for, jealousy is something that people are always going to battle, but I think it's really heightened when you have 3 other women in the house with you that you are competing for with his attention. You're always going to be competing in a marriage like that. You will never stop competing because there are always other women, and there's always a possibility that a new woman could be brought in. And I just think it has so many issues that shouldn't be there, that wouldn't be there if you were just in a monogamous relationship. And it's kind of scary because it's like, why can't one woman be enough for one man? That's kind of scary in this day and age. But it's becoming more and more and more common because, let's go on to this, you have open relationships where people are supposedly together in a relationship, but yet they can run around and have sex with other people and stuff like that. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you in a relationship if you're going to go and act single anyway? Just be single and call it what it is. Be single. Why are you in a relationship and you're doing those things? It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's just me. For some people it works, and if it works for you, that's great. It just doesn't make sense to me why you're doing that. I mean, it's like, why can't one person be enough for one person? Why can't, people, just one person by themselves has issues. 2 people coming together have issues, a lot of issues. And then you start bringing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, God knows how many people into the mix. And you have all these other issues, and, you got to spread your time out, and then it's crazy. Why are we putting more stress in relationships than what we already have? Why can't we just be happy with each other? One man, one woman, or one woman, one woman, or one man, whatever suits you. Why can't one person just be enough? It's kind of scary for people who just want to have a simple monogamous relationship, because it's like it makes you wonder, will I even be enough? Like, the way people act today is like one person just cannot be enough, and I just never understand that. The state of love as far as monogamy goes monogamy is dwindling. That's what it seems like. And it just seems like people are not just happy with having a good woman at home. People aren't happy with having a good man at home. They gotta have a sideline. They gotta have a jump off. They gotta have a boyfriend number 2. Or in the case of Cody on Sister Wives, they have to have 4 wives. I don't know. Well, some people say you should share the love. Wow. That's a interesting statement. We should share the love. I don't know. Should we? I don't think so. But, love is a beautiful thing. But I think as far as romantic love goes, sometimes love is beautiful when it's just between 2 people. Good night, YouTube.